Oh, yeah. We're going to give this a shot. We back. Sevi getting lit on tequila and seltzer. Nope, it's me. I probably should have prefaced that at the title of the show. But to be honest, we're going to start this show on the Sevon Podcast channel. It's also simultaneously running on the channel that I have, my YouTube channel, which, like, whatever. There's nothing very much over there, but it's going to protect us. I don't want to get any issues, any strikes, any copyright conundrums, if you will. So we're going to start it here so everybody's aware. And then I'm going to drop it off I'm dropping it off the Sevon Podcast channel. I will show you where it is. Hold on. Okay, I want to make sure that was working there. I also have to have the YouTube channel pulled up to make sure this actually goes according to plan. Let me bring something up here. So last week, I put in Instagram stories. They can't strike all of us. Don't press your luck. Let's not press your luck. I'm here for protection. Yeah, me too, CrossFit. Aren't us all? Fuck, Jongyun's mountain if we're ass pounding someone. Okay, interesting. Hi. Bye. I have to go to work. Hi, Sarah. Bye, Sarah. Zach, what's up? Hello. Sevi got way better looking. Hey, how's it going? Jill, what's up? How are you? Scruffy Souza, this is going to be good. Yeah, I feel all disheveled too. I worked out in this shirt and I didn't change it. So it was all sweaty. And then, when like you feel kind of gross, but then eventually it just dries and you're like, all right, cool. We're just going to keep rolling with this shirt. And if you guys are wondering why I'm in this spin shirt, you're thinking, wow, is this an official capacity? You're correct. I now work for the Barbell Spin. And I just got a text. I work for the Barbell Spin just for this one and only show. So if you guys have any issues with the show, the contents of this show, or anything that I did in particular, feel free to go over to the Barbell Spin Instagram and let them know that their newest employee sucks. It's a joke. See, you heard the soundbite. It's a joke. The Spin, great name for a laundromat, dude. Like a hipster laundromat, one with like probably fluorescent lighting and music that's way too loud, but hip, and probably a weird smell that some people think they like, but then it really just gives them a headache. That would be an ingenious business plan. Susie just said the barbell just stopped spinning. You won't make it past one show. True. A little odd since he's planning to go live in 10 minutes, but we better make this show quick, huh? Oh shit, there's my boss. Damn it. Brian, I told him that I was wearing this shirt because I'm I work for you for this one show. So now everybody knows. I have a 10-inch cock. Mr. Matosian. I was gonna say I can confirm, but that's not weird. Laundromat is still a thing. Apparently to Cody Sanchez, it's $1 million business that you're not into. And people smoke cigarettes. I don't know. Oh, can I get hired and when you get fired? Yeah, sure. Just hit up Brian. Yeah, Heidi. I knew it. Yep. Susie can confirm. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. So anyways, when this let me put the link in. So in this show, this will drop off in a moment here. And but not like fully. It'll just be on my YouTube channel, which, hey, wow, there's 5 people watching. That's a record on this side. I'm putting it inside the comments here. When this ends, that's where it'll be. And I'll put it inside the show notes of this show here. I think I already prefaced it. And it says you could watch the show here. I was a little nervous about the Joe Rogan Frasier show that I did. I really tried hard. Like I didn't want it to make it like a whole like beat up on Matt thing. It's like, it is what it is in the past. But I was worried that it's hard not to. It's hard not to. Okay, let me put this inside the show notes. Sorry, guys, I'm multitasking. Show could be shown here. Control V. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Only if there's more P. Diddy news. Yeah. Investigative journalist Sevon is on the case, bringing you all the latest updates on the Diddy drama. Did he do it or did he not? Did he do it or did he not? Okay. Here we go, guys. This is from the affiliate gathering a couple weeks ago. I was down at San Diego at CrossFit Invictus. This is Don, our fearless leader here, addressing the affiliates at the affiliate gathering. I have not watched this. This is the very first time that I'm watching it. I've seen about maybe 18 seconds of it or something when the first portion of it played. And then I decided that if I was going to do this, I might as well just do it live completely, meaning my live reaction to it and everything on the first time. I am going to put in the call-in number. It will most likely not work at all because we always have issues with the Roadcaster. But feel free. I'm going to be running this just as we normally do with the review shows, where I'll watch a little bit of it. If I have something to say, I will stop and pause and we'll talk about it. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. So like I said, in a minute, this show will drop off of this channel. If you go to the description below, you'll have the link to go watch the show on the other channel, the Barbell Spin, my newest employer. And just kidding. And you can continue to watch it there. Once it is live, or once it is no longer live, I'm not sure that it'll continue to exist after that. It might only exist on the affiliate forum on the school platform. So if you guys have not signed up for that, it's completely free. Go over there and do it, school.com, and you'll be able to watch this in retrospect, unless you're watching it here live. See what I did there? Hi, Sleeky. Names of affiliates, Chris. Oh, yeah. All of them behind. That is a cool backdrop. That is a cool backdrop. Okay, so let's see if this works. I will see you guys on the other channel in just a moment. Maybe. Edit. Remove. What just happened? Save changes. Did it drop off? Let's find out. But wait, there's more. Go live. No. Oh, it did. All right. It dropped off. Okay, cool. All right. Did it work? It worked? Sweet. I had it on my end. I just wanted to double check. Wow. Look at this. We're learning. Are you going to go live on the IG? Yeah, I should. I could. I will. I have to kind of hold the phone, though, is the only issue. Pause for a minute. Actually, I don't know if I will because let's see. Yep. Let's give it a try. Live. 3, 2, 1. Maybe just point it back at me instead of staring at the charger. Okay, can we switch that around? All right. That works good enough. Okay, yeah, it's live on the Sevon Podcast Instagram channel as well, too. Oh, shit. I don't think I could put a link or anything into here. If you guys are just joining on Instagram and want to watch the live review of the Dawn Faul talk, go use the link inside the stories. I posted a story with a if I was going to do the review or not. There's a little link to the YouTube channel. If you click that, it'll take you to the YouTube channel where we'll be doing this live. You have to use that link, though, because it's not going to be on the normal channel. Hi, people on there. Okay. You're basically a transmission engineer. I know, right? This was the first time testing this. It was partly like a test to see if we could drop on or drop off and see how to go. The number on my end is still growing, so that's good. Okay. I'm going to drop off IG in a minute. So go to the stories, use the link on YouTube, and you will find us here. Okay. All right. Bye, people. Oh, now look, Barbell Spins on the Instagram live too. He's just checking up on me everywhere. All right. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play it at 0.5 speed. Playback mode, 0.5. It's long. It's like 32 minutes, so settle in. Let's connect this. Go to the YouTube, use the link, and you guys will see it. Okay. All right. Bye. Brings out my nerd swerve. Quick move. Okay. Discard video. All right. We'll see if that worked. It was a little bit of a A juggled mess. Okay. If you want to call in, let's bring up the Bluetooth and get that setting in as well. Sorry, you would think I would have had all this shit together, but here we are. Connected. Banner across the bottom. There we go. 925 number. Okay. All right. Hamilton Off-Road Productions by Matt Souza. Yeah, that's it. We're juggling the live call-in line here. We are juggling the back end of the YouTube in some Instagram. Hopefully get some more folks over here. All right, here we go. Let's rock and roll.
Thanks all of you. I know all of you guys have traveled. It might be half a block. It might be hopping on a flight, but know that all of you are taking time away from your affiliates, taking time away from your family. We are really grateful for it. So thank you for being here. Huge thanks again to CJ and the team at Invictus. I can remember long before I started working at HQ, when I was just kind of a CrossFit fanboy, training, I remember dropping into Invictus the first time, and it was a real moment for me. So it's kind of crazy to think about where I am now and the fact that we're hosting something here. So thank you guys for hosting us. More importantly, thank you for kind of what you guys have done for the community over many years.
That's cool. I remember Invictus CrossFit was like huge back in the day. It still is. It still is. It's got a lot of big names and stuff coming out of there, but especially in the 2012, 2013, they had like 2 teams and crazy stuff. So that's kind of cool that Dawn recognized that. How's the 1.5 speed? Is it too fast? If it's too fast, let me know. I'll drop it down just a little bit.
And a huge thanks to our team. I think you guys know the men and women on our team pour their life into this community. They do it because they love CrossFit. They love you guys. They love this community. They couldn't be more committed to this mission that we are on together. Katie, thank you for organizing. I know Mally, a lot of folks who put a lot of energy into this. Thank you to our partners. Again, really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for your commitments to the community, everything that you guys do. And thanks to, we got a couple of affiliate council members. You're going to hear from them later. Thanks to Zia. Thanks to Craig. These folks are your advocates. They spend a lot of time with us. They spend a lot of time serving this community above and beyond running their crazy successful.
Where's our quality control? Some dude just leaned in frame there. We can't cut to another shot. I slowed it down just a little bit, guys. It went from 1.5 to 1.25. So from 1.5 to 1.25. So hopefully it's a little bit slower, but it's 32 minutes. We gotta get through this.
Affiliates, they're partners to us. They help us understand where we can best serve you guys. Really grateful for everything you guys do. So thank you. All right. So I want to talk about and share a little bit about where we're going. We're going to talk about kind of where we are today. I do want to spend a little bit of time on touching on what we've been working on over the course of the past year, but much more importantly, I want to talk about the opportunity in front of us. And if you'll bear with me on this, I wanted to start with, actually, before we get into the specifics, start with why we do this. What is the why behind why every one of us shows up? And let's be honest, doing what we do, doing what you guys do, running affiliates. I've not run an affiliate, but I've talked to enough of you guys to know it's not easy. Owners who have been around 14, 15, 16, 17 years, it is hard. It is hard work. It is long days. It is lots of challenges. It is moments sometimes when you're on the brink of figuring out how to navigate things. And yet you guys show up, and yet you persevere. I've been thinking a lot about this notion of why and the choices that we make. And again, if you'll bear with me here.
That's a hard line to ride for some of them as far as the executives, because it's like they're trying to create, value in a brand that's supposed to support multiple affiliates. And without having the knowledge of an inner workings of how to run an affiliate, it gives a little distance there. Not a ton to where I would say like it's not valid, like some of their suggestions and things aren't valid. I would just say that it is a very unique experience to run an affiliate. And without having some of that underneath your belt, you are having to outsource that experience, hence the Austin Malialos, or bring in like the Craigs and the Zias to try to have conversations about, hey, what is it like to own an affiliate, so I could get your perspective. One of the issues with that is a lot of the people who they promote or who they bring on to do the consulting with them, like he had mentioned, are 15, 16, 17, 18-year affiliate owners, which by that time they're entrenched in the community and probably in a different level of revenue and stuff to some of these gyms that have been around for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or even just started out in the last couple of years. So it's always a fine line to ride, but at least he acknowledged it, which I can appreciate the fact that he acknowledged it. Why was it so hard to find my way over here? I'm sorry. I know I'm doing it through this on my YouTube channel, which is just buried. Who thinks Don should have an affiliate? I know, right? That's what we're talking about with that line. Because Jonathan, you know how it is, especially like in the military. Sometimes if you're getting orders from somebody who has no clue what it is that you're doing or what it takes to accomplish a task, you get jaded against people like that because you're like, dude, you're gonna go tell me to do X, Y, Z. You've never done it. What do you know, right? But I do appreciate the fact that he did acknowledge that. Susie Tell, I made it. Yeah, sorry. Somebody was like, hey, this who was it? Dick Butter was like, oh, this is cool. It was like engaging to have to find this. And then other people are like, fuck, I can't find it at all. Sorry, guys. Try a cold shower. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Try a cold shower. All right, here we go. Back in.
I'm a dad. I have 3 little girls. We persevere. I've been thinking a lot about this notion of why and the choices that we make. And again, if you'll bear with me here, I'm a dad. I have 3 little girls. For those of you who are not, parents at this point, we'll share that having kids changes you in a whole host of ways. It's also really hard. Maybe the hardest job you'll ever have that you get no training for. But for me, one of the things that it has really done is has gotten me thinking about, for my wife and I, as we partner on raising these 3 beautiful girls, thinking about, our responsibility. What type of life do we want for them? At the end of their days, when look back, how do we help them create the most meaningful life that brings them true joy and true fulfillment?
I also kind of want to do this thing that they do at like the Super Bowl or the Oscars. So if you guys see anybody in the audience that you recognize, throw it in the comments so we could pause and ogle them. I was raised in a middle-class home, Kamala.
I think that, for us at least, I will say one of the most important responsibilities of a parent. How do you impart that on them? I think about this a little bit personally now. I'm getting up there. I'm probably on the back end of my career. And for me now, I spend a lot of time thinking about, legacy. Like at the end of my days, when I look back at what I've had the opportunity to do, what do I want my legacy to be? And I'll be honest, I've learned throughout my career when I was younger and more naive, I know that, there's a host of things now that I know don't matter. Things that I'll admit I chased for some time, whether it was money or status or title or a big house or a nice car, things that sometimes when you look around in society can be seductive, things that you chase for a portion of your life. I know now those things don't matter.
Now that I've acquired all those things, it's not that important anymore. Oh, shit. You broke ass affiliate owners, quit your dreams of big houses and fancy cars. Sorry, I joke. It's a comedy show too, huh? We got to have some entertainment to it. That was kind of funny though, because like the neighborhood Don lives in, it's like a $10 million net worth just to get your foot in the door. It reminds me of that Obama quote from Michelle Obama, or some of you guys on the show like to call him Michael Obama. But when she goes, yeah, my dad taught us never to trust people that had more than they need. And then it's all the clips of like the multi-million-dollar Obama properties that they have. Reminds me of that a little bit.
They don't nearly matter. A big house or a nice car, things that sometimes when you look around in society can be seductive, things that you chase for a portion of your life. I know now those things don't matter. They don't nearly matter as much. For me, when I think about the conversations that I have with our girls and the advice that I hope to impart on them, I hope my legacy, I hope their legacy can be about service. I hope it can be about having the opportunity to help other people. Looking back at that life of hopefully a life well lived, and knowing that you had the opportunity through that to touch other people in a way that left them a little bit better off. And that you can look back at the end of your days and be proud of the impact that you've had in the world and the impact you had in your life. And I think if there's anything that represents.
Hey, and by the way, for the record, I want to be rich as fuck. I wasn't like trying to downplay that's not like important or something like that. But it was just funny. I mean, all of us should strive to do that. Not that it's the only goal, but shit, life's a lot easier. All those little stresses, those little financial stresses, become a lot smoother if you have the economic capacity How's that for a corporate word? To not have to deal with them. Side note.
People in a way that left them a little bit better off. And that you can look back at the end of your days and be proud of the impact that you've had in the world and the impact you had in your life. And I think if there's anything that represents what makes this community, what you guys do, so fundamentally special, is you've all figured that out. And that is why you show up and do the hard work that you do. You do it to give back. You do it to help others. And we know this, we talk about this all the time. Every day you are changing lives. In small ways sometimes, in big and profound ways in others. And gosh, what a gift that is. And we happen to, I'll share something that we all know to be very obvious. We happen to be living at a point in history where a lot of people need help. Despite living at a time in a country that is the wealthiest and most technologically advanced country in the history of the world, we have a society that is increasingly sick, that is increasingly lonely, that is increasingly unhappy. And for folks, when they're trying to struggle through this.
Did he just say poor folks when they're trying to struggle through this? By the way, guys, I think that's like the 100 words of fitness, or what is CrossFit, the small writing. We thought earlier it was affiliate, CrossFit affiliates. It's not. Then we thought it was CrossFit owners' names. It's not. When I look closer, I could see like a close look at the supporting evidence, and variability inevitably reveals the study group is endurance athletes. So there's something else there. Old folks. Oh, he said old folks. Old folks. Okay, got it.
The choices they're presented with often, that is increasingly lonely, that is increasingly unhappy. And for folks, when they're trying to struggle through this, the choices they're presented with often are another pill, another shot in the arm, things that we know, you can just look at it very clearly, are not working. We are now the most medicated society in history, and none of those trends are moving in the right direction. I had the opportunity this week, the privilege this week actually, to spend a couple days in Washington, D.C. I got a chance to go out there with a group called the Ends Chronic Disease Coalition, started by a guy named Callie Means. You guys may or may not have gotten a chance to get to know Callie. Callie runs an organization called TrueMed. They're actually a partner of ours. So hopefully you guys and your affiliates are working with them to enable your members to use health savings account dollars to pay for their membership. And Callie has put this coalition together to make sure that we can actually have a voice, that we can be a force for and giving people an option that fundamentally addresses the root cause, an option that is sustainable, that can bring people a lifetime of joy and happiness. And so we have the privilege, as CrossFit, of being a part of this. And we got a chance this week to go spend time with members of Congress. So we met with Senator Ron Johnson, senior senator.
A privilege for a CrossFit to be a part of this. CrossFit was the only player in this. Rhonda Patrick, Callie Means, Andrew Huberman. All of those guys just basically dance around the CrossFit program, the CrossFit methodology, the CrossFit protocol that Greg already had written down, established, and was already actively changing people's lives well before any of those people became popular because they went on Joe Rogan, because Joe liked them. So to say that CrossFit is being a part of this, the second thing too is like, this is me being jaded. So take it with a grain of salt. I don't even want to hear the rebuttals to this. But I'll be damned if you're going to show up to Congress. Hi, it's Matt. Can you do me a favor and change everything? I know this whole entire system funds all of this, and your guys' hands are in all the pockets of those institutions, but I'm here with 3 of my friends, and they have degrees. Like, it's a nice gesture, but if you think you're going to, like, show up, and then now we're going to use health saving account dollars. Here's the other issue, too. Like, I'm an affiliate owner. I would like to think that I'm relatively like connected to the space. I don't get any of the affiliate emails. I don't know why. At some point I got dropped off of there, fucking whatever. But I don't have any information on this. What do you mean a health savings account for my members to use? Like, dude, lay it out. If there's something there, you should be screaming it out the mountaintops, posting it everywhere, sending it to all the affiliates, sending it just to random, wherever the hell. The email of the day, send it anywhere, coaches, L1s. So that way everybody very clearly knows. So even if I'm just in the clouds or living under a rock and I don't even know what's going on, one of my members would be like, hey, dude, have you seen this? It's everywhere. CrossFit has done this whole thing. And now I could use this account that I had access to or dollars or whatever, however it works. I'm sure some of you guys in the comments know. And now I can apply this to my CrossFit affiliate membership or my CrossFit membership. Like, oh, great. But what I've heard so far of it is basically zero. And the little bits, the people that do know that I've tried it have been like, oh yeah, it's like, it only works in this certain group or these certain parameters and it takes forever to get it and it doesn't even work. So it's like, it's just weird to me that we're going to like kind of roll around with that as if it's something good. Oh, Carlos, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. It's a pain in the ass for our members to use. Okay. And it doesn't really work. All right, dude, you're the first person that I know that even, yeah, Bill, I'm with you, dude. I had no idea either. Yeah. Samesies. Had no idea. What's Sevon say? Yeah, I thought I was the only one who didn't know. What the fuck is he talking about? Dude, that's what I'm saying. So it's like crap Obamacare. It's not easy, and CrossFit, in my opinion, is not so expensive to go through with. Alex, what's up, dude? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Most Alex, most people buy treadmills and shit with it. Yeah, damn. I wish maybe I should be more aware of that, or maybe CrossFit should make it more aware. And by the way, doesn't it also seem like that the whole Congress thing? I'm speaking about the Congress thing here. Doesn't it also seem that we were just kind of like an afterthought? Like Callie Means and Chris Palmer and whatever other lobbyists that they brought with them. It's like all of a sudden they're like, hey, you got to bring your little brother too. Like, oh yeah, grab that CrossFit dude. Don't they have some gyms or something that's involved with this? And also, it's disappointing. Why don't we have a camera following Don through all this? Like, if it's this big of a deal and he's like out in DC and they're doing this for affiliates, like, we can't see anything. There can't even be a quick, like, sit down 2-minute interview at the end. Like, hey, Don, we just got out of the talk with Congress and with Callie Means, with everybody else. Like, what's going on here? What can you tell affiliate owners? What can you tell coaches? What can you tell the CrossFit community? What are we working on? Why are we here? Or maybe it was in the email that I didn't get.
Senator from Wisconsin, we've met with a number of congressmen and congresswomen to talk about this problem. And I'll tell you, having had those conversations, I think there's a very acute awareness that we have real problems in this country. Those health problems we talked about, for them, they're increasingly looking at the fiscal challenges associated with it. This country will be bankrupt if we look at the ballooning costs of healthcare and the lack of results in efficacy.
Holy shit, the country's going to be bankrupt because of the healthcare costs? My guy. Dude, the healthcare system is perfectly designed to function as it is right now, which is just a money printing machine. And you think that, what? Okay. He's losing me with the government talk here.
And they are looking for alternatives and solutions as well. And we were able to have some really, really exciting, productive conversations talking about very specific kind of tangible steps forward, like HSA expansion. How do we get more people access to be able to spend dollars on healthy food, on gym memberships? We're able to talk about reform on things like the SNAP program.
How do you get people to spend dollars on healthy food? You educate them. And if CrossFit was really going to be pushing a lot of media in terms of like the health direction, then why in the world did we never see another health summit ever again? That the health summit had all these speakers that you're talking about now that were there, that gave great talks. You could have had 30 derivatives, meaning like smaller pieces of content, reels and everything from that talk that should have been like spread out over this last whole year. There was a little bit of them that dropped, mostly of Nicole, and then it kind of just fizzled out. And I know for a fact you guys aren't investing in any more of those. Although, as far as whatever the key metrics are for how the summit went and how the participants felt a part of it, I know for a fact that it got the best reviews ever. So ain't that a quink-a-dink?
Which is effectively kind of food stamps program for folks in this country who need help with nutrition. How do we make sure that those dollars can be spent against healthy foods? Anybody want to guess what the number one category of food is that food stamp dollars are spent on?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say cereal, but I have no idea. Do you guys want to take a guess before I play it again? More media, affiliates, L1, 2, 3, health summits. I'm not really sure what that's about, but I agree with you, Cody. We're trillions in debt. 35 trillion. If you could just wrap your head around that number. Food stamps. Chips? Is it chips? Good guess. Chips. We got bagels, soda. Oh, Susie, that was better. You're probably right. Sleeky, you can't just say processed food. That's like that. Yes, of course. Alex thinks bread. Okay, what's it gonna be? Tell us, down. Tell us.
Soda, number one. In the top 5, number 4 is ultra processed goods. Those are both ahead of.
Oh man, soda, Susie. Whoops. Good job, Slicky. You win too because he did say the ultra processed food. So we'll give you a win on that one as well too. Baby oil. Unknowable. That's for the Diddy update shows. Look out for those in the late evenings as we will be very close to the Diddy story in the number of baby oil bottles. See? Yes, I could. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Big soda strikes again. Bill, are you implying that those food stamps that are lobbied by the American Beverage Association and the other food companies that try to pry on the Americans that need help and then service them the poison that is killing the Americans, would you say that they're lobbying for those subsidies because then the government pays the food companies and then they think that they're giving the food to the people and helping them, but really they're poisoning them, but that's okay because our healthcare system just takes care of them? That would be a weird conspiracy theory. That's too far-fetched for me, Bill, to think that the food companies that profit from the government subsidies would lobby for more of that welfare. That's too crazy for me. You're getting way too out there for me. Okay, here we go. Back in.
Healthy proteins, by the way. And so we were able to have some of these conversations. I'd say I left those conversations both inspired and daunted. This is not an easy fight. So we have a small but mighty group there getting a chance to have these conversations, and it was awesome. And at the same time, we think about the other side of the coin.
It was so awesome, but you guys will never hear anything from it. It was great. Put a smile on my face. We got a small but mighty group. We're doing some big things, helping you out in big ways. Oh, what is it you say? Well, hold on. Let me just, nope.
We are fighting on this. You have big food companies and big pharma companies who are benefiting from this sickness, whose future financial success is dependent on making sure that we become more and more medicated. They're investing a heck of a lot as well in DC and in other countries around the world. Learned a stat this week, the company Novo Nordisk out of Denmark, so the company that makes Wegovy and Ozempic, 2 GLP-1s, they have on staff between 4 and 6 lobbyists for each member of Congress, for each one. We had 5 of us to talk to the entire body.
But yet this is the best allocation of our time and your affiliate resources.
And they are one company. This is a company that stands to make trillions of dollars on counting on more and more Americans, more and more people around the world. There is a bill up for consideration right now that is working through the House that will authorize GLP-1s for any American on Medicare. So this is 65 and plus, taxpayer-funded program. Anyone on Medicare who is overweight or obese will be authorized on these drugs for the rest of their life at $1,600 per month, per person. That is 40% of that population. The estimates, and just in terms of fiscal impact alone, are $1 trillion a year if this bill passes. What's even more scary is next on the list, if that gets done, next on the list is Medicaid. So this is for poor people in the US, disadvantaged people, which includes children. These companies funding research now, right now, these drugs are recommended for kids as young as 12 years old. They are funding and pushing research now for children as young as 6 years old as a first order treatment of obesity or children being overweight, with a drug that is recommended. The recommended standard of care is that you are on this drug for the rest of your life. And so when we look at this fight for the future happiness and health of our society, we have a lot of people, an increasing number of people are suffering. We have solutions that the standard of care as it relates to drugs and what most folks are getting from the medical community are not working. And we have a system on top of that that will bankrupt us and bankrupt many other countries. And so we've got a big fight in front of us. And we had a day of meetings, which again left me a mix of both inspired and daunted. Holy shit. And we were talking about the day over dinner and talking a little bit about, what's the strategy? What do we have? Yeah, we've got these incredibly well-funded competitors that are entrenched in DC. What can we bring to the fight? What do we bring to the table? And it turns out we bring quite a bit. So one, there is no doubt we are on the right side of history. There is no doubt about the rightness of our cause and the rightness of our path. We all know that. Every single one of you guys has seen the impact that CrossFit can have on preventing and reversing chronic disease. We have that. To that, we have a methodology that for
Preventing and reversing, now no longer curing. Lawyers won't let them say curing.
decades has changed people's lives. There's no question about that. This works. It is transformative. And it solves the vast majority of these issues that are creating these downstream problems for people. We have a community over 10,000 owners like yourself around the world who are showing up every day where lives are being changed in your affiliates. There's an option for folks. We have a community of owners and coaches and members of our community who are passionate about helping each other, who are mission oriented, who are there to support each other through this journey. We have a brand that has extraordinary awareness around the world. Every office that I had the privilege of visiting was psyched that CrossFit was coming. They know who we are, they know what we do. And I'd say we have a citizenry now. We have our fellow citizens, our friends, our families, who are becoming increasingly aware that the current system isn't working, that it's failing them. They're becoming increasingly frustrated. There are voices talking about, beyond CrossFit, that are talking about the importance of nutrition, of preventative health, of exercise, of fitness. And so we have a lot going for us. But we have a big challenge in front of us. And so when I think about the future for us and the opportunity for us, the opportunity around our joint, our shared legacy, the impact we can have on the world, this is what guides the work that we are doing. And this is work that we have to do together. What happens inside an individual affiliate is magical and powerful. What can happen if we work together as one community, shoulder to shoulder, fighting this battle, can change society. I know it can. So we boil that down to kind of what we're focused on, what you can expect from us in HQ. And for each of these, I'm going to have an ask of you as well. Because again,
Okay, hold on. We're 14 minutes, 13 seconds into this thing. I want to first address, I like the fact that at least he's even discussing some of this. I don't, I've heard Don kind of do this rally cry about the health side of CrossFit, as I'd call it. But at 14 minutes and 13 seconds in, I don't know if he's said anything yet. Where was Alex's comment? You hit the nail on the head. Oh, right here. So is this so this is more so a rally, or is this an actual update for affiliates? Yeah. There's nothing tangible for me there yet. So Alex, I'm gonna have to categorize this as rally at about halfway in so far. He hasn't, it's been a word salad. Yeah. No call to action. Yep. Yeah. JC, I don't think people care CrossFit is the cure because it's hard work. Yeah. You're definitely right. People aren't going to care that it's the cure. That's why it's the job of CrossFit HQ. And then hopefully with that direction to show people, to educate people on what they could do, how they could have a community of support around them to make that hard work a little bit more enjoyable. And then that message, because HQ is just beaming it from the top, falls down into the affiliates, which then go to the individual people. And so if you just make it and educate people on it, they would say, well, it is hard work, but I got a really cool qualified coach that enjoys seeing me. I have a lot of fun there. I meet my friends there, so it makes it a little bit easier. And then when I really think about hard work and I compare that to chemotherapy, diabetes medication, heart disease, Alzheimer's, not living a good quality of life into your elder years and going through that, then I would say that, you could start to make those comparisons and say, what's the new thing that everybody says, like, choose your hard. And yet, like, fuck, that would even be kind of a cool campaign, if you will. But yeah, not disagreeing with you either. It is. That's why most people avoid it. And as CrossFit affiliate owners, you sell push-ups and salad. Like, it's a hard sell, especially when you got Ozempic and cookies. Most of this shit you can hear on Joe Rogan and Liberty. Okay, we're back in. If you guys find anything, and I don't want to just make this like a beat up on Don thing, although he makes it super easy. So agreeing with that Invictus was cool. It's a cool gym to be in. I agree. 1 point for Don. and the fact that he's acknowledging the health crisis that we're currently in the US and that we do have a solution to that problem. So I give him points for that as well too. The interesting thing though is kind of the whole Congress talk and how there's like nothing really about that. Just seems like a little carrot being dangled out in front. Like, hey, look, we're doing this. We're with some big movers and shakers, but nobody really knows what you're doing or why. All right, we're back in.
We can't do this by ourselves. The magic happens inside of your gyms. So what does that partnership look like for us? So for us, I think it's three things. So the first is an investment in the brand and getting the word out. Yes, we have amazing awareness, but there are still too few people who truly understand what happens inside a CrossFit affiliate, how different it is, and who understand that it's for them. It is for you. If you're willing to show up and put in the work, it's for you. We got more work to do there. So what you're going to see from us is an increased focus first on more media and storytelling. We haven't done as much of this over the last 6 to 9 months. You're going to see a meaningful investment here. Our first campaign, which is going to start here in the next couple of weeks, is a campaign that will be built around this notion of lives here. Community lives here. Health lives here. Strength lives here. Great coaching lives here. We're going to drop a trailer on this on the 23rd, I believe. So really quick. On the 30th, we'll start launching our first pieces. They'll be long form. They're going to be on YouTube initially. And then we're going to cut them and distribute them on social as well. You guys will have access to all of this. We're going to make sure we get it in front of you. And they're going to be stories of your members, your coaches, affiliate owners from all around the world talking about how CrossFit changed their life. So we can connect with more people and get them in the front door. Quick ask for you on that.
I don't know. It's got to just be me. But I'm like allergic to the word campaign. Every time it comes out of my mouth, like we have this campaign and then we're going to drop this trailer. It's like, dude, what? We're not making a feature length film here. Like if you have a media team, which you don't, but let's assume that your investment in this truly was a large investment, a meaningful investment, as like some of the words that you like to use. If you had that, like you would just say, hey, look, we don't even need to use the word campaign. We don't need to use trailer, long form derivatives. We're going to say like, you guys will see us everywhere. Don't even use it. What's the campaign? There is no campaign. CrossFit is a media company that's going to just be hammering the message of what we do and how we do it better than anybody else. Like you don't need a campaign around that. Just start creating media on it. And so every time I hear the word campaign, the only thing I think of is short term. That's immediately the thing that I think about when I hear campaign. Because if I'm doing some sort of quote unquote campaign on like ads for CrossFit Livermore, I will pick the ad set. I'll pick another set to test it against, and then I'll run those ads for a period of time and then pull them down and then analyze the analytics, figure out which ones were the winners and why, and then rerun more based off the metrics that I learned from the first go around. So to me, when I hear the word campaign, I just keep thinking more of like campaign for a short thing here. We're going to try it. We're going to see campaign for a short thing here, as opposed to like 6 to 9 months. No, there hasn't been a meaningful investment in media in the last, 4 years, arguably even before that as well too. But yeah. Well, how does he drive leads to my gym without a campaign? Yeah. If you're an affiliate owner and you're listening to this, if you've successfully, and Brett, I know we've actually talked about this in person and on the affiliate forum on school, but like if any of you guys actually received a lead and then have you actually got that lead to join your gym, I'm super, super curious as to if you guys have. I've received 3 emails on the leads. Emailed, called, texted them all back within, a short amount of time and nothing ever after that. So I'm curious to hear if anybody else has a different experience with that. Love to hear it. Okay. So, 2 leads, me and okay. I don't know of anyone who's ever been recruited to CrossFit. Yeah, typically you just get bugged by your friends so much that you're like, fine, I'll go in and I'll try it out. A 30% increase of 0 is 0. Carlos, none responded. Yeah, same with mine. It's so funny. 2 leads. Us testing it. Okay, he's got to ask for us now. So they're gonna run campaign, some long form stuff on YouTube. some stuff on social media. They released the teaser. Who's the teaser for? This is the part that I don't understand. Who, if you were going to do a campaign and you're going to talk about it first, wouldn't we talk about the, like, just to get into this world, if you're going to talk about campaign, aren't you going to talk about the avatar? Like, who are we campaigning to? Right. I think somebody even like said that. Yeah. Justin, who is he campaigning to? Yeah, exactly. So like, if you're going to run some sort of campaign, like, who's our avatar? Like, who's our person that we're going after? And then what do we want them to do? So once they receive the information, right? Like, what exactly do we want to have happen after that? And then are all the things that we're doing indicative of that result? And a lot of times you don't really know. And this is why I actually use Greg's black box model for this, where you just measure all your inputs and then you just review your outputs. So you're like, okay, we're going to go ahead and like put in all these metrics. We're going to do this set of stuff. And then let's measure what happens out on the other end of it. So even if you weren't entirely sure about the outcome, or you were just trying to predict an outcome, saying, hey, we're going to try this and see if we get this, you would at least be able to tell us about the inputs and then the expected result, or the result you're hoping for. Because without those two things, then you're kind of just throwing spaghetti against the wall and hoping that it sticks. And so the thing that jumps out at me right away is when he says campaign, we don't have those input metrics, or at least he's not sharing them with us here. And then just in the wording of what's happening, we're going to have a teaser. It's going to go back to long form, and we're going to distribute those stories through Instagram. Like, a teaser for who? A teaser for an audience you're trying to attract? They don't need to be teased. They need to have constant messaging in front of them. Whatever the statistic is, like, you have to see something 17 times or 20 times or something before you ever act on it. So like, I'm just, that part just doesn't make sense to me. Okay. He's going to ask us for something more.
Share your stories with us. So content at CrossFit.com. If you've got, I know you all have stories in every one of your gyms, send them to us so we can get those captured and get those distributed. We're going to have a goal of, through the end of the year, having at least 1 to 2 long form pieces published every single week through the end of the year. So expect to see the velocity of content here really pick up. 2, continued work on the brands. We're going to continue to do work around advocacy and education, at the federal level, at the broad level, and with partners like TrueMed, other like-minded partners, to get the word out about the power of nutrition, fitness, community, about the options that are available and why it matters. We're going to continue to spend time on the Hill. We're going to continue to have these conversations. There are sympathetic folks there. We're working to find them, partner with them, so we can get more work done that ultimately will get more people into your gyms and more dollars unlocked for your members, so they can put their money where it really matters and can have an impact on their health. We're going to continue to do work in and around health. So Mike has done an amazing job. We launched the CrossFit Medical Society this year. Incredible organization. They are doing great work around education, advocacy, continuing to work on how we partner with the medical establishment, the growing number of medical professionals who are frustrated with the system that they are working in, who want choices. So we can partner them with you guys so they can give their patients long-lasting, sustainable options. We're going to continue to work with them to distribute the great educational content. So for your members, for your coaches, members of your community who want to learn more about health, they're going to provide access to that. And we're going to work with them on that. We're going to continue to work on getting more members in your front door. So as we work on the brand and the storytelling, that should generate more demand and more interest for CrossFit. We want more people who have not been in the gym yet to go to Google and search for CrossFit near me. Now, a year ago, if you searched for CrossFit near me, you know what the #1 result was? Fucking Orange Theory. I don't know how we let that happen. Okay. Actually, I'm going to show you later. I just did a search for CrossFit near me right over here. Every single listing on the page is CrossFit. Every single one. It's your gyms here locally. So there's been a lot of work, and it's not obvious and it's not sexy and you guys don't see it, but we see it having an impact. So we've been working hard on capturing that existing intent that already exists and getting those folks into your gyms. So over the course of the year, our leads to affiliates are up 450% in a year. So traffic we are sending to you guys. That'll end up being about, if we project that through the end of this year, it'll be about 60,000 warm leads. So folks who say, I am interested in connecting with an affiliate near me, 60,000 leads. That works out to about, when you look at the gyms that we distributed, about 7 leads over the course of the year. And if you do a great job, which we know you do, of converting those leads to members, that's hopefully 1.5 to 2 members per gym. And I hope if you just do the rough math on that, if you do a great job retaining those folks, hopefully that pays your fee alone, that work. And we're going to continue to work on that so that you're getting more.
1.5 members. Is that like one person and then like, he's not referring to like an adaptive athlete, is he? Get it? It's a joke. I don't like this, we're gonna get you leads. I don't like that coming from CrossFit HQ. I don't like that. Because if you're focused on getting in leads, then you're constructing things like we just talked about with just like campaigns. And then CrossFit HQ looks more like a CrossFit and operates like a CrossFit affiliate, which you guys already know my opinion on that. CrossFit HQ and CrossFit affiliates should not operate in the same business framework. One needs to grow an ecosystem and one needs to capture members. They're not the same. The other issue that I have is you can't simultaneously capture profits, capture money, build revenue, and grow. Typically, those two positions are at odds with each other because it takes money and investing into things to grow it. And if you have to pump up evaluation or really pump up your profit margin or other numbers in terms of just capturing as much dollars as you can, typically it's hard to do that, maximize profits, and grow at the same time. But Don has like an MBA and stuff, so I'm sure he's got it figured out or maybe knows more than I do. But I just see it as two opposing things that are happening. The other part that I found was funny was when he was like, "Oh, we want your stories. Like, send them to us." Okay. So your major plan and the value proposition right now, so far 19 minutes into this 32-minute talk, and the one call to action that I got from what you guys are doing, CrossFit HQ, is creating videos, a campaign around blank lives here. And then the next call to action is for us to send you those videos. So I'm paying you $4,500 for you to make a meaningful investment into media. And then I'm also capturing, producing, and sending you that media. We did something similar to this, but instead of making you pay us to create your media, we hopefully inspired you to make the media, and then we'll pay you when you win the competition. You guys follow me with that? It's like the rally cry is like, we're going to make more media. And how are we going to do it? You guys are doing it for us. Send us your stuff. Odd, what day is it? What time is it? Where are we? We're in an alternate universe on an alternate channel. Nobody knows what's going on. And when this show is done, it'll be like it never existed. We're going back in.
More and more folks showing up. So more work on the SEO front. We're doing a lot of that work on the local level. So those local search results are putting your gyms first and foremost of folks. We're continuing to invest in protecting the brand. That's really essential. And so, with a brand that is as strong as ours, we get copycats. You guys see them. Thank you. Continue to report them. Our legal team processes thousands of these cases a year. We have a good success rate. We win over 90% of them. These cases do take time. So sometimes it requires working through a cease and desist letter or some legal issues. We're going to work on doing a better job of being more transparent. So if you report something, you know where it stands, trying to close the loop with you so you can see that action happening, and then work on our efficiency. So some of these things can take 6-8 weeks or longer, depending on the process. We're going to work on trying to kind of get that down so you can see the tangible results of it. You guys work really hard to make the CrossFit brand what it is, and we need to make sure we protect it. We do have a recent win that I wanted to share with you guys. It's a little bit less relevant for you guys here in the US, but we just got, after a decade, trademark protection in Mexico. So Mexico is the only country in the world where we did not have protection around the mark. And that meant anybody could use it for the last decade. And so we took folks to court. We spent a lot of time on it. That just got awarded recently. Huge for the brand. I share that because, one, it's good for our global community. And I want you guys to know how seriously and how important protecting the brand is. Last thing that I mentioned on the brand side is we're going to make a continued investment in resources for you that empower you to do the storytelling. Honestly, the best marketing comes out of your gyms. It's your members going out and talking about that life-changing experience. It's your members telling other people about how much they love CrossFit. It's you guys sharing those stories in your local communities that get people into your gyms. We want to make that process super easy for you. We've got a member of our team, a guy named Mike Goza, who joined. His only job is supporting you. And so we've had a monthly marketing toolkit. You are going to see the volume and quality of resources that we share through that increase and up level over the coming months. He's going to be working really closely with Daniel Chaffee, another member of our team. If you don't know Daniel, longtime affiliate owner, he owns CrossFit Louvre, 3 gyms with over 3,000 members in aggregate. He's figured out a thing or two. He's really, really good on the business side. And so a lot of the things that Daniel has learned over the years around prospecting and new member experience, how you get people in the front door of your gym, and even if they don't really want to, Daniel's great at that. So we're gonna capture that. We're gonna get that in front of you guys. He's already done a webinar that's available. You'll see more resources from us on that front. All of that will be stored in Resource Center for you guys so you can access it. Last ask for you on the brand fronts, again, is let us know what we can do to support you and tell those stories. So as we work, get the word out there. Encourage your coaches, encourage your members to continue to talk about the impact that CrossFit's had in their lives. All right, so that touches on brands, and I'm not going to cover this isn't all the issues. These are largely as many as I can remember. So there's going to be a whole bunch more for you guys. The next piece I wanted to talk about is coaching. Arguably the single most important thing that we have to do exceptionally well. If we don't do anything else, making sure that when someone takes the leap to walk in the front door of their gym, that the experience you and your coaches deliver for them is exceptional, is essential. And I would argue it drives everything. It drives our growth. It drives retention. It drives how our brand is perceived. If that member does not have a great experience with your coaches, who are the folks who are fundamentally delivering and enabling the methodology, shaping the culture, creating the community, creating the connection with your members, if that is not world-class, we cannot win and cannot succeed. And
all right. So a couple things on this. Number one, I do agree with his overall statement that the continued professionalization of the trainer is the most important work as an affiliate owner, as a coach, that you could do on yourself. Continue to develop your craft, continue to educate yourself, continue to become better and better and better over the years. I agree with that. The issue that I have a little bit is the conflation of the affiliate business model with the HQ business model again. He says it's everything for us. It drives retention. Of CrossFit HQ, the retention you're worried about would be an affiliate owner's retention of staying an affiliate owner, not the retention of the members inside the gym because the coaching quality may not be up to par. So this is where I get a little frustrated because they keep conflating the operational and the metrics, the operations and the metrics of an affiliate with the operations and the metrics that CrossFit HQ are looking at. And again, I could not disagree more that I think that they're two separate entities with two separate functions, both vitally important, but both completely different.
We are doing well here, but we're not doing good enough. And so we're going to make an increased investment on our side in helping you and working with you to elevate the quality of coaching and education across our community. And this is an area where we really need your help. We cannot do this alone. So there's a few things we're going to invest in. Earlier this year, we added and decided to change the requirement for you guys as owners around a level 2. And we did that because you guys, we believe the level 1 is insufficient. It's awesome, but it's insufficient. And because you guys are the leaders in the community and you're the leaders in your gyms and you set the tone for what the standard should be, what excellence looks like.
Oh, insufficient. Oh, dude, don't use that word. I would not have said that L1 is insufficient. Why would you diminish your own product? I would say that the L1 is a fantastic entry point. It gives you everything you need to do to start your journey as a trainer. And we know the efficacy of the L2 in classroom management and the way that you present yourself on the floor. So accompanying with our fantastic course, the L1, which gives you all the tools you need to start your journey, whether you're being a coach, an affiliate owner, or just a human being that's looking to optimize your life. We have the addition of the L2 now for affiliate owners because we know how much it'll elevate your game on the floor. Different course, different outcomes, both fantastic.
And when your coaches show up, what you expect of them. And we believe, on that front, you guys leading from the front with your level 2, understanding how powerful it is really, really important. We tried to help that with a discount, a $500 discount that you can use towards that. So hopefully most of you guys, all of you guys have gotten through that. If you haven't and you have challenges, let us know. We'll work with you on that. We're going to be investing in some additional things on the education front. So we are testing right now a coaches mentoring program. So members of our seminar staff. So beyond the level 1, level 2, if you or your coaching staff want some additional support, education, feedback from the best coaches in the community, we're going to provide access to that. So this is kind of early in testing right now. We're going to work on scaling this as we get feedback on it. We're also testing kind of follow-on courses for weightlifting and gymnastics. I think if we look again at the standard, you should have your level 2, and your coaches need to be extremely proficient in weightlifting and gymnastics. And you're not going to get that alone for the level 1 and level 2, as great as they are. And so these courses we think are essential. I would argue they should be a must-have for every coach if you aspire to be great in this community. And so we're going to work on that and do our best to make that as easily accessible. We know there are amazing other options you can access there as well, and we want to continue to support that. We are launching a new YouTube channel specifically focused on training. And so this will be just about education that for you and for your coaches that can make you better. A free resource with really high quality content. We think about this as, an always on resource that you can use to continue to hone and refine your craft. And so we're going to get that out the door in the next month or so. Look forward to kind of your guys' feedback on what you'd like to see there.
Start a new channel. Oh, dude, you got one with 1.7 million subscribers that's basically just dying on the vine. Why would you start from zero again? That is not a good idea. It's going to cost you so much more to rebuild the whole entire thing than it would be just to start pumping content through. And why would you start dividing your audience? I like the divide from like CrossFit to the games. Clear separation on the channels. You don't need CrossFit, then training, then the games. It's too much. And you have trouble even posting regularly with any sort of cadence to either of those other channels. Why would you throw a third one into the mix? That does not seem very thought through. I don't like the new channel. They should have just kept it on the original one.
On top of that, additional investments, what you'll see from us is training and education being a much larger part of the storytelling that we do. So at the brand level, when you look at the stories that we're telling, we are going to highlight and feature the impact and importance of training and coaching. Fundamentally, it is a huge part of what separates us from our competitors, and we need to make sure that folks who have not experienced CrossFit yet understand that. So today, in a world increasingly where folks are looking for access to strength training, we got to make sure people know this is the best place to learn how to train Olympic lifting, strength training, do it safely from the best coaches in the industry. So a big investment in that. Last thing I'll mention, last but not least, is we're going to make a big push on the level 1. So why the level 1? The level 1 is the starting point. You guys have all been through it. For anyone who cares about, passionate about CrossFit, the level 1 is an incredible experience. Our level 1s are our most passionate members. There are future coaches. There are future affiliate owners. And so for the health of the ecosystem, making sure that we are working together to get more of our super enthusiastic members who can love CrossFit into their level 1 pays huge dividends. We know the data shows they're going to stick around. They're going to be stickier. They're going to stick around CrossFit a lot longer. They're going to be more vocal advocates for what happens inside your gym. They're going to be more vocal advocates for the brand. And again, as you think about building your pipeline of coaches, which is a challenge, you can't invest too early in this. So how do you build your bench so that X years from now, you've got folks within your gym who you can kind of work into coaching roles? And then again, maybe someday they can be a peer. And you can look at part of your legacy is not only the lives that you've touched through your gym, but you talk about some of our most long-lasting affiliate owners. How many other gyms can they look at and say, hey, I was a part of that because I helped inspire and mentor and coach and enable that owner to start a new affiliate in a new community who is now changing countless lives. We need your help on this. So we're going to do a lot of work on it. Ask as you go back to your communities, who are those folks who you think within your community would benefit from and love the level 1? How do you start to generate some interest around that? And then if there's some feedback for us around how we can support that more effectively, please share it.
Yeah, Don, I've talked about it several times across multiple shows. What you do is you give all your affiliate owners, and you do them by years they've been around. So if you're a brand new affiliate owner, you get 50% off an L1 that you get to gift to somebody. If you are not a brand new affiliate owner, and you've been around for 5 years, you get one free level 1 to give away to one of your members to gift to somebody. And if you've been around for 10 plus years, you get 2 of them. And we're going to re-give them away every so many years, and we'll offer discounts to any affiliate owners that want to hand them out to their members or to use to their coaches to level up their education. Because by investing in it, we're not talking about the dollars that we're going to spend. We're actually talking about the dollars that we're going to forfeit to make sure that you have more access to these coaches and to bring people through them than we could do on our own. And by the way, the L1 is not just for coaches, trainers, or committed community members. The L1 is for anybody who wants to take their health under their control. They want to take ownership of it. They want to learn the ins and outs of what they need to do to be healthy and have a good, high quality life for a long period of time. So we're actually going to be expending our marketing and campaign efforts on the L1 to a broader audience set just outside of the CrossFit. We're going to do that with our partners that we've developed in Andrew Huberman, Rhonda Patrick, Callie Means. We're cozying up next to Bobby Kennedy and his Make America Healthy Again campaign. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting all of those people through our L1, and we're going to document the whole entire thing. We're going to take those quote unquote health experts that have these large followings and podcasts, and we're going to put them all through the same L1 with our master flow masters, people that know the material inside and out. They're going to deliver this course, and we're going to film the whole thing. We're going to film the reactions. And then we're going to use that for our next L1 campaign. By the way, too, as far as our quality control, we don't want to bite into the best hour of the day. We don't want to take the lunch money from Two Brain Business, who's been in the ecosystem providing mentorship for gyms for years. Rather than stepping on their toes, what we're actually going to do is start sending our L1s, our flow masters, our seminar staff people to just drop in at your gym, say hello, see how you're doing, take a class. And if you're open to it, they'll give you a little feedback. So that's going to be the changes in training. And we're excited. We're excited to have you guys a part of it. Instead, all as I hear is we're going to be moving into the gym mentorship space and training, which is there's already 2 companies doing that. So we're going to start moving to them. We're going to really push the weightlifting and gymnastics courses, not in free materials that you guys could get on your own and study, but in courses that we will make money from. So I'm struggling to see what exactly is the contributions being made to affiliates here, as opposed to just the new products you are rolling out. Oh, that's right. There was the campaign of blank lives here in an affiliate where you're going to recruit affiliate owners to make the videos for you.
Emphasis on coaching and education. And the last piece is the continued investment in our partnership with you guys. And again, really working hand in hand in lockstep. So you should continue to expect from us a lot of moments like this. The assets that we'll deliver online are great. The content's great, all of that. There is nothing that beats bringing people together. And Katie mentioned it earlier. I hope you get a lot of time to just connect with each other. And again, I think we have so much that we can unleash as we bring this community together. And rather than just operating as an independent set of tens of thousands of gyms around the world, we can show up as one community that works together, that supports each other. Nobody else has that. And so we're going to provide more opportunities to bring people together. We're going to work and raise the bar on ourselves. We want the quality of and impact of what you get out of spending a day with us to be even better next year. So please, as you go through these, share your feedback. What would you like to see? We're going to look at where we host these. We know that decision is important. So we want to make sure that folks have access to it, that they can come and spend time on it. We're going to continue to invest in opportunities for you to engage with other owners, with members of our team, roundtables, mastermind sessions. If you look at over the course of the last year, the number of those opportunities has grown. We're going to continue to make that investment. So you've got the opportunity to share what you've learned and connect with other owners who might have been through an experience that you can benefit from as well. We're going to continue to invest in the work that our team does. Our team works really hard to support you guys, again, and want to make sure that you continue to have a resource in members of our team that can answer your questions, that can come point you in the right direction. The ask I have for you guys on this is our biggest opportunity is not the folks who are in this room. It's folks who are not in this room. So we have a lot of owners out there who have not yet had the opportunity, who have not chosen to kind of show up. And a lot of owners actually, that when we finally convince them to show up, say, holy shit, I didn't even know what I was missing. That was awesome. And so we need your help. How do we connect with, how do we bring in the owners who haven't had the opportunity? The owners like, how valuable it can be. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know if I can get there. If we can get more of those owners in here, our community will be stronger for it. So you guys have the relationship. We're going to work hard on our side to make sure that we do the best job we can with providing access to it. But help us bring that rest of the community together so we can get more folks in the ring. So I'm gonna kind of wrap here in a second, and we'll go into Q&A. I wanted to close with kind of where I started, actually, and come back to legacy. And just kind of reinforcing, I wanted to again say thank you for what you guys do. And rest assured, what you guys are doing is providing a legacy that you guys will all be really proud of. What you do, I know you know this, but what you do, you get outside of the CrossFit bubble, and it's not the norm that people have the opportunity to change people's lives every day. That is not the norm. It is not the norm that people choose to make the sacrifices to do this hard stuff because of their love for this methodology and their desire to help people by evangelizing and supporting and delivering it. And so with that, you will have a legacy that you look back that you are extraordinarily proud of. It is an honor and privilege for us to be a part of that with you. And our goal now is to amplify that legacy for all of us. Let's reach that next generation of folks. Let's look back and say, holy shit, we're really proud of where we were in 24, but look at where we've come. Look at the impact that we're having. Look how we have changed the conversation and the dialogue. Look at the options that are available now for people who are suffering. Fuck, we played a big part of that. Thank you.
I don't know if I'm ready for the standing ovation yet, huh? Okay, well, there you have it. Yeah, I think we pretty much chopped that whole thing down as we were going through it. So I don't really have much to say in conclusion. I think that fake clap. Like a golf clap. Just hit him with one of these at the end. Just get him one of those. So in conclusion of this, I would say a couple things. Like, number one, I am happy that Dawn is at least speaking about the health stuff. That's good, I guess. I didn't really get anything out of that in terms of what exactly they're doing. I know that there was a lot of like, we're gonna meaningful invest here and we're gonna do this, but it was hard to really understand like what exactly this is gonna do for the total, or addressing anything in terms of like concerns with the CrossFit ecosystem in totality digressing. I think that, you're on the Titanic and you already feel it's starting to fill with water. Like you got to do something about that. You got to do something about that. And I'm a little worried about the conflation of HQ's roles versus like the individual affiliate roles. I think they're a little off base there. And I just thought it was crazy that they're going to like do a meaningful investment in the stories and affiliates, but then the call to action was for affiliate owners to film them and put them in. Like, you couldn't even do a contest around that. Like, you literally could have just ripped our idea. There's also a little bit of irony in the fact that he was like, we're going to publish 2, long form episodes a day or a week, and didn't really give a parameter on timeline, or like, what does long form mean? Are they like 10-minute pieces? Are they 3-minute pieces? Are they 20-minute pieces? And then didn't really talk about how long that was going to go for. So it's kind of leaves you hanging like, okay, so I said campaign, it's got to start, it's got to finish, but we're not really sure. And the irony of that is due to you lovely folks in the CrossFit affiliate contest, or the affiliate video contest, I should say. We have enough content to publish 2 videos a week for like the next 4 years. And now, while I got your guys' attention here, I'm just going to do this quick shameless plug. This is like nothing more here than just my own ego right now. Okay, this is nothing more than me literally patting myself on the back. All right, and here's why. I've been to the affiliate toolkit. I'm not going to show you the affiliate toolkit. I don't know if there's any rules against it, but I can tell you this. There were 2 things that came out in September that you could download and post onto your Instagram. There were 2 things that came out in August. Both of them were about the Chad 1000 workout that was at the games. And there was like 4 things that came out in June that was like, you could download the pyramid, just stuff you could basically rip offline and post on your own. So a couple of downloadable things. There was one thing back in April that was like a quick Canva template that you would swap out the stock photo with a photo of your coach. And it gave you kind of this carousel of templates that you could use to like showcase your coaches at your gym. Okay. So I don't need to explain to you guys all the different stuff that we got going on, or that I got going on here. But at the same time, if you look at this and you click any one of these things, like we could see even, so he was talking about, we're going to give you guys meaningful resources so you could shoot your own videos, so you could send them to us, because that's what we're doing with your money. Okay, if that were the case, look at all of these. Look at all of these. All of them. TDC camera movement, how to frame stuff, setting up boxes, audio setups with suggestions on different things, setting up your iPhone for the best quality, creating a shared album amongst you and your coaches, getting ready to edit, all these things, framing an interview, framing a talking head interview, all this stuff. And that's only one of my modules. All this stuff they were talking about in terms of, where is it? SEO, how to do it in your local market, Google Analytics, how to understand them, how to use Google Keyword Planner. What's the goal of setting up your business? By the way, this is Ryan Haskin. CrossFit hired this dude for 2 years to develop their marketing stuff, then let him and his team go. And he gave us all the stuff and created these videos and awesome things with the stuff that he learned. He's also an affiliate owner, or not affiliate owner. He's also a CrossFitter and goes to an affiliate. Okay. What else do we got? Sleazy salesman stuff. I literally lay out a formula here in this video, the microeconomics of your gym, how to understand if a class is profitable or not, and what to do if it isn't. I literally documented the leads and the different stuff I did for multiple months, talked about what we've done for retention, talked about investing in your members, talked about all this different stuff, quote unquote, sales mindset. If you go to here, there's more module tips. If you click on it, look at this. These tips are awesome. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All of this. We have Jessica's thing available. You could go on here and get a year's worth of events, how to plan them, the logistics of what you need, how to promote it, everything in there. Jessica helps with the media and stuff over at Carlos's gym, CrossFit Life. Awesome place. All these things. How to do stuff in the social media realm, content building sheets, how to schedule your stuff if you want to schedule it out ahead. Like literally. And not to mention, we do a weekly call, multiple people talking in here about different stuff. This is a whole entire section about what I talked about, increasing availability and decreasing friction to bringing new members into your gym. I warned you, Andrew. I warned you I was going to do it. I just couldn't help it, dude. Because like if you go to the affiliate toolkit, you look at some of the stuff there, and I'm like, okay. And then like I started this in May. We started this in May. There's like 4 people that work on it. You know what we need? Bubbly. This is my newest sponsor, Coca-Cola, because I take money from anybody that'll pay me. Bubbly. I don't know if this is a Coke product or not. Anyways, okay, enough masturbating to myself. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Somebody earlier was like, does CrossFit have a sleep class? And somebody was like, it's just listening to Don talk. Corbin, this is not inspiring me to open an affiliate. I know, right? Souza, how do you know Souza? He has an MBA and a marketing team. Damn it, he gets me again. I know. I didn't know you have 3 times the more viewers than normal on this Souza channel. Dude, there's a lot more. There's like 142 people. This has been the most that have ever been on this channel. Matt is going to overhaul us soon. Love to hear your feedback. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's right. You and Leaf are going to be going through that. I wonder if Jay showed him the flow charts and shit this morning. Okay. Anyhow, thank you guys very much for joining me this impromptu. I was just feeling some type of way. Figured we'd review this together. That was fun. The end of it was super fucking boring. Thanks for hanging on. And I hope you guys got something out of it. I will see you guys most likely maybe on Friday. I think I might be doing a show on Friday covering for Sevon. Anyhow, no call-ins. Nobody called in. Now it's too late. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Spin is live. That is Pedro's show. Welcome. Pedro's show from this morning was good too. If you guys didn't go see the Around the Whiteboard, you should definitely go check that show out. Here we go. We got the guys on here. They are live. Where are they? Interviewing Ariel Owen. Here they are in all their glory. So go check out the Spincast right now. If you guys go directly from this show to that show, tell them I sent you. So that way Barbell Spin doesn't fire me my first day on the job. Alrighty, guys. Talk to you later. Have a great day. As always, be good to each other out there. I got nothing from this. Yeah. I don't blame you. All right. Be good to each other. Remember, that's all we got. Peace out.